9. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Running back the time, Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come keep with the show.
Free my boy, we're live. Free my boy.
Boy, go Tigers.
Thank you to all in the chat. What a legendary day.
Yeah, no, yesterday was awesome. Good morning. Welcome in
Free
here
my
on
boy.
this Tuesday morning. We appreciate everybody getting in here, starting your morning with us. If you missed yesterday's show, I suggest you, at some point today, after you enjoy this morning's show, you go back and check it out because it was
Watch them both at the same
It
time.
was a pretty awesome moment. And it's just one of those shows that you'll look back on and be like, that was a fun day. And especially if you scroll to about an hour 30, hour 45 in the show, it turned into a telethon.
It turned into a telethon.
Like quite literally, yesterday's show was a telethon as we continued to raise money for a number 50 jersey, okay? Not attached to anyone's name. It's just a number 50
It's
LSU
not an
jersey.
NIL deal.
It was not an NIL. It's no NIL profits. It's just number 50. On the back, it does indeed say "Free My Boy" on the nameplate. Free My Boy LSU jersey. We appreciate everybody
In the rafters, our official.
that everybody that chipped in yesterday. Slat dropped a $50 donation in there. A handful of $10 donations.
A couple dollars.
$2, $5. We appreciate everybody that chipped in and helped us get the Free My Boy jersey that will be going up on that wall right there behind Lloyd Courtney's head. There's Christian. He's made his way in. Come on. You can slide on in. We appreciate you.
Trip out, trip out, trip out, trip out, trip out.
There you go. Good work. Thank you, sir. But yeah, we got that big 50 jersey yesterday. It'll go right up behind Lloyd's head. And
Oh, Gary.
we dropped another. Come on. We got $5 super chat. Gary Morrison, both Rufino and Tiger
Let's
Bait
get into it.
are saying they doubt the Kiffin stuff makes it to Friday. We will get into that this morning as well. I do want to make sure everyone knows part of the appeal with the jersey from yesterday is we'll do a grand unboxing, a grand opening of the jersey at Golf Suites for the bowl game. So LSU's bowl game will be live watch party at Golf Suites. We'll open the jersey up live, and you're all invited to come and sign the front of the jersey.
Yes.
Everyone can leave their signature on the front of the jersey for free.
Let's cover up the Kelly name as much as we can.
Free My Boy. Sign that front of the jersey. It'll go right up behind Lloyd's head. But Lloyd,
Yes.
mic'd up last night. How was it?
Oh, interesting to say the least. I brought up the Blake Baker conversation to the boys. Let's just say that everybody's undecided.
Yeah.
It feels like we were very much in the Lane Kiffin sweepstakes, and I don't know if you saw this or not, and I know you did, because we have a job to do.
Yep.
Respect to the people, respect to the public, respect to the chat. Lane Kiffin presser was probably more watched than the Frank Wilson presser.
I believe so.
And he tries his best. I'll leave it at that. He's in a terrible spot. When you have the word salad from the chancellor / the athletics director / Lane Kiffin / how many times can we ask a question in 3 different ways where he goes, guys, come on. Like, he's almost pleading for fealty. Like,
Yes.
stop doing this to me.
Just understand, and I understand it from both perspectives. Like the journalist, you have to
ask.
and he respects that. He goes, fair question.
Fair
I
question.
understand you
He
have to
said
ask
fair
it.
question 3 times.
I understand you have to ask it, but I'm not answering it.
It is a good. He's very. Like, we talked to the ACT the other day. I'd like to see his score.
Why is that?
I.
You feel like he scored pretty high?
Oh yeah. I don't think he
so?
ever had to take it.
I mean, probably not.
But cerebral. Brian Kelly, obviously, we've been. Don't fool me again. The CIA test.
Right.
I'd love to take that too, but
His
it
was
must
a
not be
plan.
hard.
His was a plant.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. I figured y'all would agree on that. But yeah, no. Obviously, yesterday there were 2 press conferences.
But he's doing a very good job of navigating his way through this, as hard as it is.
This is one of the questions I want to talk about later on in the show, and we will have Glen West join us at 8 a.m. I'll probably ask him as well.
For my boy.
Has there ever been a situation like this where literally every domino is waiting for this one to fall, right? Everything in the sport is waiting for one announcement. And once that announcement is made, so many more dominoes after are going to fall, right? If he stays at Ole Miss, LSU, Florida, they still all have to hire guys. They're going to go after similar guys. And then those jobs open.
I don't think there's ever been a hotter name.
It's all sitting and waiting on one name, right? Because dominoes always fall in coaching hires. You hire Brian Kelly from Notre Dame, Marcus Freeman gets promoted, right? You hire this guy from there.
Lincoln Riley.
These things happen. But the world has stopped and is waiting on one choice. It's just come down to Kiffin. Once Kiffin makes his announcement, then the dominoes can fall.
Is this not what his whole life has led up to, though?
Of course. No, of course it has.
That's why he's so built for this moment, it feels like. Because he is...
This is who he is.
Yeah, he is drama.
It's who he's always been. He's been the child prodigy.
And he has changed in terms of... What?
Maturity, yeah. His mindset.
Because I think a different Lane Kiffin would handle, a younger Lane Kiffin would handle this differently. He's been left on the tarmac more than he's been on the tarmac.
Well,
right?
I mean, he also did an emergency presser in Knoxville after he took the USC job that, honestly...
He was here for a year.
Probably shouldn't have done, right? It was the middle of the night, the stroke of midnight. He's like, no, let's do a presser. We don't really have to do that.
And he even answered questions about that, too, where he was like,
right.
Have I learned from some of my maybe being too hasty in terms of how to handle these things? I think so.
Right.
I don't know how to do this.
I've grown from this.
I would love for him to be here. I really would.
It really is quite the situation, and we will play some of the sound from that presser as well as Frank's presser. I believe I emailed you the drive with just a couple of clips. We'll play some sound as Frank Wilson met with the media yesterday as well as Lane Kiffin. I'm sure everyone watched both or just one, and if it was
three.
Or three. You could have watched plenty of press conferences yesterday.
Jay Johnson, 24 minutes.
Johnson also had a press conference. That was pretty awesome.
Good to see all of your smiling faces.
I love that man. He really is the best.
It was like a redeeming, I know all of the things that are going on around LSU.
Right,
it's we have two constants, right?
It's like a breath of fresh air, in a sense. It's kind of
he is very confident.
Going into the PMAC to watch the women's basketball team play, and then now it's watching Jay Johnson sit there and say,
we don't need to practice.
We're not going to do the Purple and Gold World Series this year because
we're good.
We don't need to. Oh. You've won 2 national championships, and you're saying this? Because I'm pretty sure in 23 and 25, we had a Purple and Gold World Series. But ahead of 26, Jay's going to be like, we know what we got.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, when you look around the room, outfield's filled out.
Right.
Feel like you hit on the portal.
You have the best shortstop in the country.
That part of the infield is filled out. And now
Kate Aaron Beatty was the best player through the preseason process.
Now you have another catcher.
I mean, no, it's silly. It really is silly.
He's done this. Yeah, he's earned it.
And then they ask about Tony V. What's he say?
Go Giants.
Go Giants.
Fucking hey.
Thank
God.
He really is the best.
And I think that's probably part of the conversation. It's probably part of the confidence. Is
oh, of course. Oh, the only other the other guy that was actual comp, he's not here anymore.
And it wasn't even comp in terms of coaching style. Right? It wasn't.
Right.
I have to go checkmate against this guy. It was recruiting.
It was recruiting more than anything else.
And now it's...
guys came down
He's getting guys yesterday.
Tennessee or LSU.
Now it's...
The conversation was, and...
Now it's Major League Baseball or LSU.
It's a little different. But in addition to that, in the newswire yesterday, Brian Kelly popped back in. He can't stay too far away from the newswires. Brian Kelly's name in LSU... Brian Kelly's attorneys say LSU's conduct has made it nearly impossible for Brian Kelly to land a job.
Hate that for him.
Attorneys for Brian Kelly have informed LSU in a letter that the school's claim that it had not formally terminated Kelly as its football coach has made it nearly impossible for him to get another coaching job. According to the letter, which was sent November 18th to LSU Athletic Director Verge Osbury and Board of Supervisors member John H. Carmouche, Kelly says he reserves all rights to seek any and all damages to the fullest extent permitted by law for the interference in any potential job candidacy. So basically, it feels like there's this kind of this back and forth on the with cause, without cause. Are you fired? Are you not fired? It's created difficulties for Brian Kelly to get another job, which I'm so sure that BK has been actively searching for other jobs.
Isn't that part of his clause contract? He has to look for something to do.
Right. I'm sure that they've been doing it.
This is litigation in real time.
100%. It's all playing out right in front of you.
Oh, LSU is making it very hard for me to get a job. Or was it you that made yourself impossible to hire because you came to one of these schools that it's butter on bread,
Right.
and you threw it in the trash?
So easy to win. I mean, beyond easy. I could win.
We've had people that are very much in the spectrum of how that happened.
Yeah,
right.
And then you get the guy that is the winningest college coach in current history that's actively coaching, and you go, I can't do it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is literal litigation. Like, just, it's happening right in front of you. It's this, the he said, she said, the
bullshit.
Right, like, straight up. I mean,
You killed a kid. Fuck you.
my gosh.
Couple.
And so it's just, it's all going to play out. But the biggest concern with this, because really in my mind, when I hear it, I'm like, whatever, LSU, just handle it. Like, just get it.
I wouldn't even mind.
Taken care
At this point, he has worn me down to, like,
No, just pay him the money. Get
him
outta
away
here.
from me.
Just stop it. Just end it.
Is this how divorce works?
That's been my viewpoint. I believe so.
It's when you're rich.
Yeah, and if LSU feels like they have the money.
Right.
But also, it would be like, if I hate you enough, I will drag you
Right.
down River Road.
Yeah.
Because you've never seen it before, because you don't know how to get to work.
I'm winning custody. That's
Yeah,
out of my life.
I don't want his kids. You can keep them.
Free my
People-
boy.
My boy.
Well, if it's a true divorce, yeah, but
But, like, yeah, look, I mean, it's...
the kids as in the football program.
At this point, it's just like,
They
pay
ain't
the money,
his.
get this over with, because...
Who
biggest
would
question
hire him?
mark-
But, like, and all, like, I know this is not where we're supposed to go with the start of the show, but
Who would hire him? I mean, I'm sure the Penn State conversation would happen.
No. I mean,
honestly, like, have you seen
like
the way
what
this
Penn,
is played
like
out?
Penn State would have, or like the media would.
No, I mean, that would be something that would be pushed for, right? I've seen multiple people bring his name up around the Penn State job. Now, would Penn State go after him? I don't know. At the same time, the guys Penn State's going after, Signetti signed an extension, Rule signed an extension, so you're kind of sitting there if you're Penn State, like, what are the options? So, I mean, I don't know. I have no inside sources with Penn State, but I wouldn't be surprised with the name being around it. No, I mean, I don't think there
UCLA?
are any major jobs that would make the call right now.
I feel like UCLA would hire anybody.
I feel like, I mean, if maybe, what is it, Fickle at Wisconsin, if Fickle leaves Wisconsin or gets fired or whatever, Wisconsin would call. It would have to be like a Midwestern team that's not upper echelon that would actually take the...
And does his ego allow that?
That's the conversation.
Because first of all, if I saw the way it played out at a school that was deemed top tier, right? Is LSU not a perennial in the conversation of and this is not just us.
Yes.
Like,
No,
viewed wholly
it's
by...
viewed as a top 5 job.
Yeah, clearly.
Yep.
Florida's not interested in hiring Brian Kelly.
No. Auburn's not interested in hiring Brian Kelly.
Is that... Why would you see what he did at LSU? And
Arkansas's not interested in hiring Brian Kelly.
Tulane's not interested in hiring Brian Kelly.
No, I mean, like, when you look
That would
at...
be the best punishment for him of all time. Go down to the depths of fucking Louisiana.
He'd fit
Oh,
in.
New Orleans would chew him up and spit him
Yeah.
out. Oh, my
No,
God.
the students would love him. Those Tulane students would love Brian Kelly. They're all like him.
What, from the north?
Yeah, they're Yankees, fake Southern accent, thinking they're all
Tutus?
hot shit.
Here he goes. He hates Tulane kids.
Yeah, if you're a Tulane student
I don't blame you.
watching. No, it's bad. It's bad. I like the football team, though. Love the football team.
Oh, yeah, the football team's
Football
got
team,
swag.
and they're
Yeah.
cool.
Love the marketing.
Yes.
They do a great job. But yeah, no, I mean, I think, but the biggest
They just
concern
can't get into any, like...
with this whole situation, right, is if it affects the coaching search. And truly, in my opinion, I really don't think this affects LSU's ability to hire a football coach.
Well, the thing is, LSU would love for BK to get a job.
Of course. Then
And
they
so
have to
this
pay
is
him.
the litigation.
Right.
He's saying, I can't get a job because LSU is blocking me
So
from
you
getting
need
a
to
job.
pay me the money.
Right.
But LSU's like, no, you need to look for a job because...
And nobody's going to hire him on television.
No. Oh, my gosh. What? You want him on Big Noon Kickoff?
You don't think like NBC wouldn't hire him? I mean, he was at Notre
Fox
Dame forever.
News, maybe.
No, I feel like NBC would hire him. He was at Notre Dame forever.
I mean, potentially. Like, I mean, I'm not going to count anything out.
He ain't going on.
I wouldn't want to watch him on TV, but that doesn't mean people wouldn't hire him.
And Kendrick Perkins has a job on TV.
That's true.
Like,
Hey,
I
who
just
needs
don't see the
Tylenol when
world
you
in
can
which,
take a
like,
perk?
Dave
I don't-
Portnoy's on TV.
Dave Portnoy's good at that. Like, he just built his brand on television.
Yeah, until he has to get on a box and stand on his tippy toes. I'll have to do the same
Okay,
thing,
yeah.
but-
You talk to him about that. Why don't y'all have a height off?
Yeah.
Oh.
Go height for height.
But, like, I just feel like BK is so been branded at, like, he's been
Of course.
exposed.
Of course.
And it's like, why would I want to listen to this man talk about college football
Right.
whenever he doesn't care about college football? Urban at least will get on the whiteboard for you.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm with you. I don't want to watch him on TV.
He's not going to get a job doing that, and nobody wants to hire him. So this is what he has. This
Right,
is his
this is
pivot.
going to be the back and forth.
And
and so the
I
question-
can't get hired because I was so bad at my job.
Right. And so the question is now, does this affect LSU's ability to hire a coach? Because that was the instant reaction from Ole Miss, from Florida. Obviously, the people in this sweepstakes battle is, well, why would Lane take that job when they're still battling with the old coach about money and cause without cause? Why would you? Do you feel, Lloyd, Christian, Chat, that this affects the ability to hire a coach whatsoever?
No,
No, Lane don't care about that. That's just the other fans.
he gets to
speaking.
be a hero.
That's the other
Right.
fans trying to make themselves think like the LSU job's not attractive.
That's what I like. That's the only pivot that they've had so far.
Yeah.
Like whenever you put all of these jobs into a bucket and you go Ole Miss, LSU, Florida, they've said it's the governor.
Yeah,
It's everything outside of LSU athletics. They don't have the money. Turns out, seems like they got plenty.
I don't know where they got it from, but yeah.
Yeah, it
Right.
don't matter because this is the thing that rules the state. If LSU football is good, if LSU athletics are good, everybody makes money.
Mm-hmm.
And so, when it comes to the biggest money maker, if we have to put money into it, whether it be to take a loss on the first quarter of this thing and then be able to make money on the back end and create a surplus, that's what they're going to do. Because these people, you don't become rich by accident.
Right.
All these people, and that, like I've seen, rich people don't just spend money just because. Like, that's not how they operate. No, they see an opportunity to be able to make more money.
Right.
And if LSU football is bad, they're losing money. If LSU football is good, they're making money. It's not that, like, I'm not smart, but I can see that problem pretty easily. 2 + 2 does equal
Right.
5.
No, yeah, I mean, and so I don't think that this situation is going to affect the ability to hire a coach whatsoever. I understand the thought process.
He's doing it as he's being an asshole.
Right.
It's
I understand the
a coup.
thought process from opposing fans to say, "Oh, it looks like it's still a mess."
That's a coup.
This is just. And then, but also on LSU's front, LSU's not responding. Right. LSU's handling this sort of thing, the litigation aspect, quietly.
From what it seems like, LSU's shown the most alignment out of any of these football programs from the top down. I mean, to be able to leak stuff, kind of, I feel like coordinated leaks.
No, I
And then
would
the money,
say
the money's
from
there and they know who they want.
from where it was a month ago to now, it's much more organized.
Right, and well, and you see like Florida like having to interview Summerall, then they weirdly cancel it, and then Ole Miss is like they gave him the ultimatum, and then oh wait, they didn't give him an ultimatum. Like you haven't seen that from LSU. LSU's
And
leaked
you
stuff,
have-
but it seems coordinated.
You have a quarterback putting out a statement about please come support us at the Egg Bowl.
Right.
Yeah,
And then you have another statement that was just egg salad.
Yeah, well, you have a running back that posted the statement that still had the quotes on it from copying and pasting it, and then had to take it down. Like, it's just, and so I will credit LSU in the sense of they have begun to handle things in a much more
Quietly.
organized manner, right? Everything, like Kristen said, a little bit more coordinated, more organized, and has been much quieter. So we'll see where the litigation continues on to, but the concern that this can affect LSU's ability to hire Lane or become unattractive to Lane, first off, this was probably the first thing that was brought up in a conversation with Lane Kiffin was, hey, look, these things are probably going to happen. We've got it all taken care of. Don't worry about it. The conversations that happen behind these closed doors cover all of these things. None of what's coming out is a surprise to LSU, is a surprise to Lane Kiffin or anyone else that they're talking to. It's not even a surprise to any of us, right? We've all expected these things to continue to pan out and come out the way they have, just with the manner it's been handled with Brian Kelly. And so at my point, at this current standing, pay him the money and just get it over with, right? Just close the door on all of it. Get the cloud of it away. Pay him his $53, $54 million, whatever it is, and free my boy. Pay him his $54 million and long live BK. Just get it over with.
See,
Just close the door, get it done.
Short live his ass.
Frank Wilson did speak on some availability for LSU this weekend. It's a long list. Whit Weeks, he says, hopeful he'll be able to play at his best. Mansour Delane and Aaron Anderson have been good in treatment, hopeful to play in a full capacity. Ori Williams, doubtful. Braylon Moore, doubtful. Caden Durham has a neck issue, but think he'll be ready to go. So your offensive line, which has already been bad, will be even farther behind the 8 ball with your starting center out. Ori Williams, who's been a pleasant surprise, out. Carius Kern's been banged up. Tyree Adams, will he be back or not? Who knows? It's a tough spot to be in for an already pretty rough
Michael Van Buren's been going to church.
offensive line. So we'll see how it ends up shaking out moving forward this week, but that is the availability update. I do want to get into a couple
if
of...
there was ever a year to have bad health, might as well be now.
Yeah,
Good point.
what we should do is we should just run SEAL Team 6 out there every time. How about SEAL Team 6, huh? 2 claps for that. Frank Wilson says that the entire opening kickoff this past weekend was a walk-on unit, consisted of seniors who had rarely played or never played at all, and his quote was, "We called them SEAL 6, our special ops unit. That was our gift that our senior walk-ons earned. They'll get to tell their families they played in Tiger Stadium."
Was 50 on the field for that? Because if so, I hate that squad.
He was not.
You need to pull
Yes!
You need to pull up the opening kickoff unit.
Yes.
He was not.
Was Cohen Hilaire? Is he a senior? Malachi Lane was definitely on the field.
Malachi Lane's play, and he got on the field this year. That's your guy.
But to a greater point, that shows you how
Right.
much Frank gets it.
Right.
Like, to be, like, would you ever think, and I don't, fuck it, whatever. Do you think Brian Kelly would ever do that? Have any idea who the walk-on seniors are?
Just a son.
Yeah, Kenzel.
Not even.
Like, that shows you how much Frank has a pulse of this team and pulse of LSU to be here for 4 years, never step foot on the sod, and go, hey, this is your last opportunity to ever touch Tiger Stadium grass.
He knows what it means for them to be able to tell their grandkids when they're 60, 70 years old.
You know how important that is here?
Right. It goes a long way.
You talk about the things that I get emotional about.
Some of those walk-ons could end up being business owners down the line that could, hey, flesh out some cash to LSU in the future. You never know.
A lot of borderlines on that
They could
roster.
become politicians. They could be anybody that could have
It means something.
It means something to the people of this state. If I was a walk-on, right? It'd be
Get-
perfectly fine never touching the field.
I could get
expect to touch the field,
decleated.
right? But I get the opportunity to go out there and tell my
Finally.
grandchildren that, guess what? I got to put the pads and the cleats on, get on the field, and hit somebody.
I ran 85 yards down there. I have no idea what happened.
And you got to run to the student section and do the whole thing. Like,
I got to.
beautiful moment.
That's what it's all about. Like, and that's the part of this that was lacking.
Right.
And like, I'm not kowtowing for Frank to have the job, but it's that part of the responsibility to LSU and to
care.
the players is to care.
To care.
Because, like, as lame as it is, like Texas A&M has done this before,
Right.
right? They did the old 12-man thing, and it was all they did kind of the same thing. But that's just a respect for the program, a respect for the guys that are here. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I'm not gonna play, but you keep going out there every day. Like, Kenzel doesn't work out clearly, but like the other ones, like the rest of the squad,
Right.
to show up every day. To be a walk-on with the known intent, I will never make an impact on this team.
Right.
I'm out here to get tackled. I'm out here to get depleted. I'm out here because, like, throw a dig and see what Chad Jones does to me.
Yeah.
Like,
Come on.
yeah,
Bring it on.
and I want it.
Let's do it.
And then you get the ultimate respect of you get to go down on kick in Tiger Stadium at night. On senior night.
And so for Frank Wilson and his staff for putting that together, and for each and every one of those guys
Still
was a
Team
part of that
6.
group that has put together, put in the work over 4 years as a walk-on and got the opportunity to go out there. 2 claps for all of you. Ready. LSU soccer last night season came to an end as they obviously last time when they were in the SEC championship they lost to Vanderbilt in penalty kicks. And then last night they lost to Vanderbilt in the Sweet 16, 1-0. They lose. But they put together quite the season, got all the way to the Sweet 16, made a run, and they deserve 2 claps. Ready. But into the conversation this morning.
NIL.
These super chats this morning. Jerry Morrison, shout out, said both Rufino and Tiger Bait are saying they doubt the Kiffin stuff makes it to Friday. He also continued on sent that was a $5 super chat. Thank you, Jerry. And then a $10
super chat.
Then a $10 super chat from Jerry. He says, "It's Jerry trying to help you boys raise this money. Let me know if y'all need someone on the show to chat Tiger Baseball. Watch it all from the jump. FBK. We
Hell
appreciate
yeah.
you, Jerry. You are the best." He also said in another $5 super chat, "Jerry, you legend." At Jerry Morrison 20 says, "I've heard it's not Penn State. I've been here in Syracuse, Maryland, Rutgers. All those jobs,
Good.
interesting around BK's name.
Go.
But that's literally what I'm saying. A Big Ten job that's a lower level. Hey, take a swing, make it happen."
Rutgers had a good coach.
And then
That's Greg Schiano, Chop Wood.
And then Andy Alexander 318, shout out 318, $5
Doing
super
great.
chat. Pay him whatever he wants. He's 10-1 with Sage Ryan as a starting safety. Fair enough. But into the Lane Kiffin discussion, I do want to play some of the sound from his presser this morning because it was a very intriguing one. And the clip I want to start with is just the talking about his future. All 3 clips of him being asked about his future elsewhere or at Ole Miss, and his responses to all 3 of those questions. Because you could tell he's very nice with the first one. He was still nice with the second one. And he was still nice with the third one, but he's a little bit more perturbed. He was like, "Oh, well, I already answered that. I told you I'm not going to answer it, so you can just keep on asking, I guess." That's the 3rd time. And I was like, "Oh, Lane."
Hey, we're talking about the first one being whether his history is helpful to him.
Do what?
Are you talking about the first one you want to play as if his history is helpful
No,
to him?
the future all 3, where they were asking if asking about future jobs. The link is in the should be in the document.
Oh, okay.
Link in bio.
Link in bio, yeah.
I do have late on players. I have distractions. Future all 3.
There it is.
That would be the one.
But yeah, he was asked about future jobs, and he once again went to his answer that he's consistently gone to every single time.
He's
which
found a
was-
honey hole in this answer.
Fair question. I appreciate. I know you have to ask
love
it. I
that, too.
appreciate
That's
you
another
asking
good
it,
pivot.
but I can't answer it.
He's tanking team chemistry. It's like in the video game,
see,
when you pick an
we'll-
answer,
We'll
tanking it.
We'll get into that thought process as well.
If we're getting played, we're getting. I got.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I'll wear it. I'll wear it. Here he is. Lane Kiffin being asked about his
Lane
future.
Keith released a statement on Friday saying that you, him, and Chancellor Boyce had a meeting about your future. Are you able to elaborate on the nature of that meeting at all?
Yeah, like I said at the beginning, very fair question, but we're not answering anything that doesn't have to do with the game and the team and the season. But fair
You
question.
mentioned on Pat McAfee how you don't make decisions based on money. When you do make your decisions, what are the considerations for you then, especially when it comes to football decisions, right? Like, what are you thinking about?
Yeah, very fair question, but I'm not going into it because, like I said at the beginning, I'm going to keep this to this team. And
He says expects a decision on Saturday. Is that a decision that's been made, or is that still in consideration? Like, people are just curious about that.
Yeah, so, I mean, you can just keep going. I'm not going to answer them, so that's 3 of them. You got another one?
Watch his reaction when the question gets asked. We're going to play that third answer again. Watch his reaction.
Just read that, especially when it comes to football.
When the
decisions,
question
right?
gets
Like,
asked.
What are you thinking about?
Yeah, very fair question, but I'm not going into it because, like I said at the beginning, I'm going to keep this to this team. And
He says
right
expects a decision on Saturday. Is that a decision that's
He's
been
good,
made,
dude.
or is that still
Pissed. Like, are
in
we
consideration? Like,
still doing
People are
this?
just curious about that.
Look, I understand. I'm not dissing the journalists. You have to ask the questions, right? That is your job, is to ask the questions that people want answers to. Those are the questions people want answers to. But his reaction right there, where he is like physically distraught that he's having to answer that question again, that he's getting asked the question again. First off, me and you talked about it. He's got some Saban to him in these pressers now. But on top of that, this does not look like a guy.
Like, people are just curious about that.
yeah, so, I mean, you can just keep going.
Been made, or is that? He says expects a decision on Saturday. Is that a decision that's
Again with this. Look,
Let's hear it.
how would I'll pose this to you.
Okay.
How would you feel if he was LSU's head coach and this was happening?
Oh, like this. I hate Ole Miss with a burning passion.
I
right?
don't have any feeling toward
No,
them
I just
at
don't.
all.
I just don't like them.
Right.
I feel bad for them in this situation because genuinely, if I was in their shoes, I would be just as hurting just as much as they are. Like literally sitting there being like,
I want an answer.
"Oh, he's leaving. He's done. He hates us." He
It's
wants
not
nothing
even
to do with
hate.
us.
It's just like
Well, no, of course, but
It
that's
is
where your
what it
brain's gonna
is.
go. But
and
they're
that's
hurting.
That's where I go to is like if it was LSU and this was happening, it just feels like such a. This is very apparent.
Right.
What's
It's clear.
happening. But now even if it was like I feel more for him than I've ever felt for Brian Kelly. Like he's trying his best. He really is trying to not be an asshole.
To handle it as maturely as possible.
And he's not mature.
No.
So this is burning him because I feel what I would do.
No, he's a petty guy. Like he always has.
He hasn't
been.
tweeted since Friday.
Right, because they said, "Hey,
He's trying. That's what I'm saying. He's
Right.
trying.
he's doing everything he can," which is where Jerry's comment that he made and the thought process from Ruffino and Tiger Bait saying they doubt that Kiffin stuff makes it Friday. This is part of what plays into that.
He's exhausted.
Is that this can only go on for so long, right? You're expecting a lot of people, including him, to continue to handle it maturely and quietly, and none of this pressure. This pressure is only going to build, right? It's only going to get worse.
Leave him alone.
And
Right? If you're Ole Miss,
no, I'm
like,
with
what-
you. I like, because to me, this isn't Lane's fault. I said it yesterday. This is the calendar's fault. This is college football's fault. This is the sport, the timeline they created. It's not Lane's fault. Lane's leaving. You can tell, right? And so you know he's leaving. What he's trying to do is handle it
Just
as
leave gracefully.
maturely as possible and take you to the promised land he wants to bring you to. And if you're Ole Miss, you should just put your seatbelt back on and enjoy the ride.
We're in the good times.
He said it a million times because then there's this answer, the one with him talking about the players. This shouldn't bring any confidence either for what the future looks like. And it puts even more pressure.
This one's rough.
Even more pressure on 2025 to actually enjoy and see through what happens.
Because you're starting to see the cracks,
Well,
right?
you're seeing the writing on the wall. It's starting to actually be visible rather than just like assumed.
Well, he's done with the bullshit.
Because, I mean, how much longer can you expect him to
And that's why
play the game?
That's why I continue to blame Ole Miss on this. Is like, why are you holding his feet to the fire or whatever? This is the only chance you ever have had to win a national championship, and the one guy that can do it, you're condemning him. Who was it that got roasted on the fire? it's St. Peter, like, flip me over, I'm done on this side. Like, why are you doing this to this man that's gotten you there?
Right.
Am I wrong?
No,
I mean, is it just perspective because it's not my team?
Well, no, I think, yeah, somewhat, because I think if it was us, right, if we were in their shoes, you would want to not feel like you're being, because I can see the perspective of being, like, held hostage. Like, let's actually, like, let us get our process going to get a new coach and to get guys in and do the, like, I get that.
You get
way
to go
of
on the
thinking,
best vacation of your life,
but like,
and you're trying to sabotage the flight.
And it's a problem that's been created by neither one.
No,
it hasn't
it's
been created
it's,
by Lane. It hasn't been created by the fan. It's been
no.
created
Lane's
by
happy to pay for the vacation,
college football.
and yeah, the time was like, yeah, we have to leave now.
And that's where the thought
And
process
but I don't
of,
know if I could bring you home.
if he was staying, you would know he's staying because he's had every single opportunity to say it.
And half of me hope he stays.
And
It would be the ultimate, like,
It would be-
good
no,
on you.
I think it's almost like the fans that are saying, or the people that are saying that he's staying after all this. I feel like it's almost counterproductive to Ole Miss if he was to stay. Like, this has gone too far.
I know,
This
but it
is-
would be
This is
awesome
risk
if
the
this
Egg
was
Bowl.
the
And if
game.
you risk the Egg Bowl,
Well,
you're risking your season.
It's like Sean says in the chat. If he stays at Ole Miss, this is the most self-hating and self-deprecating thing ever.
This is not hype anymore. I think last week it could have been hype, like hype it up, hype it up, hype it up. Announce on McAfee. This has gone way too far. I mean,
No, I mean, this
we
is
still have
just-
4 more days of this until it's announced. Like that's crazy.
That's where the thought process of will this make it to that point actually comes
Right.
from.
But
And
it
this
will
ain't-
make it to the Egg Bowl
Yeah, I
because that's their Super Bowl.
think so. If it doesn't, it won't be because of Ole Miss or Lane. It'll be because of elsewhere.
I think it'll be
And
well
I think-
known by
And I don't think
sources.
it
of that.
affects anybody else.
But Ole Miss,
It doesn't affect LSU to announce it now. Like, LSU doesn't need the announcement right now.
no, they're
Florida
letting you-
doesn't need the
You're
announcement
watching
right now.
people like
Right.
commit seppuku in front of you. Like, oh, okay, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself.
Right, right.
I guess we're gonna win the war by not having to fight. That's essentially what's happening.
Wait, what is that? Sudoku?
Seppuku is when you,
Kill yourself?
yeah, it's Japanese.
R.I.P. Of course it's Japanese, of course.
Sudoku's math.
Great
Probably
game,
also they're good at that too. I'd imagine.
But this answer right here goes into it even more. It makes you feel like, yeah, there's no chance this guy's on the Ole Miss sideline next year. Here's Lane Kiffin talking about the players and the effect that this has on them in this situation.
Give me Lacey.
Surrounding you. Yeah, I think they've done an amazing job. They were here at 8:30 last night and back this morning for practice. And I've said it before, it's a different generation, guys. I know it's different than what we were in when players couldn't leave and players chose to go play for their home state a lot and all that. This is a different generation. They all can leave every year. A lot of that is financially based. And so they don't think the traditional way that years ago about their coach and what's going to go on with him next year. That's not how they think anymore. And that makes it a lot easier not to listen to noise, because as a fan, that noise is really loud because it's your team, and it's your team for a long time. These kids don't think that way. It just it's a product of the system.
And that's where I'll push back on your point of the team
Respond.
chemistry. He's right. This has been my thought process the entire time when it comes to the players. It's like, I don't think this has had a negative effect on the locker room whatsoever. And maybe there have been some players that have come out and said that. The players that are making plays on this Ole Miss team weren't there last year. Lacey, you know where he was the running back last year? Not Ole Miss. The quarterback, Trinidad Chambliss, where was he playing last year? Not Ole Miss.
Backyard baseball.
They didn't commit to Ole Miss, right? There's not this effect of like, oh, Lane's leaving Ole Miss. I love Ole Miss. No, I love Lane. If that's what's best for Lane, so be it. We're here. I came here for a year to win this thing anyways.
So what's the thought process now, though, that it's getting announced after the Egg Bowl and he's not going to coach in the playoff? Or will he coach in the playoff at that point?
No, I don't think he will.
You still have season left after the Egg Bowl.
No, I think the players are there to play.
So you think they'll just be okay with playing without him?
Yeah. I think
No,
that
this is his threat. to say, I'll take them all.
No. They will leave after the fact.
Yes.
But if they have a chance to win a national championship, regardless of who's coaching them, they are going to play. Players are not going to opt out from a college football playoff berth because the coach is taking another job. It's business.
No, but he's saying that it's business. You can have them for the next 3 games if
Right.
I'm there.
See, I don't think
Good
that's what
luck.
he's saying at
Good
all.
luck. Good luck coaching them. Good luck getting a sophomore to score 19 touchdowns. That I found. Good luck getting another D2 quarterback that I found.
Right. I get it on the future. I'm talking about this season. You think that this is him saying that it's a threat that they won't play this year?
No. I think they'll play. I think it's him threatening, like, you should let me coach the fucking team.
Right. Yeah. 100%. Like, that's what he's saying. Is like, let's focus on now because they're only really here for now anyways. They could be gone as soon as the season's over, right? 100%. I think that's the card that he's playing.
Yeah, that's his only, like, real threat back to them, right? Is if it's not going to be, I've signed a different contract with another team, and we don't
Right.
let that out. It's, look at the roster we got.
Right. And so I look at it and I just like, it's 100%.
I hate to see that in purple and gold.
Showing your cards to everyone of like, if you want to actually be able to
Compete
and enjoy the remainder of this season,
You've run the whole race.
just let me finish it. Let's just do it. And so I get
And what
it
if I fall back in love?
because it's the same thought process of none of this noise has really affected the players because they can get up and leave too.
Right.
So why am I concerned about if coach is leaving? I can do the same thing. I did the same thing to come here, right? Their whole team's been built through the portal. It's been built through NIL. That's who they've been.
Lane's a portal.
Like,
5 head coaching
right.
jobs.
And so,
He's seen more tarmacs than airplanes.
right. Andrew Messina, does LSU pivot to Dillingham if Lane coaches in the playoffs? Nope. Lane's gone. He's leaving. Regardless, he just wants to close out the season. I think the timeline that you're on right now is the timeline, right? You'll find out this weekend.
What's the spread to the Egg Bowl?
I have no idea. And what would happen would be he takes another job, but he still gets to finish it out.
No, that's all he wants to do.
That's all he wants to do. He's taking another job. He's not coaching at Ole Miss next year. I think you just read and listen to what he's saying.
He's the saddest man at the podium.
He's not coaching there next year, but
7.
he wants to finish this out.
It should not be 7.
What should it be? 3.5?
No, I'm saying 13.5.
Really?
Mississippi State and Ole Miss, a team that's going to the playoff versus a team that's not even sniffing it.
Right?
I think a lot of the public money is probably going towards Mississippi State because they see what's happening right now. And if I know anything about Lane Kiffin,
Right? No, I'm with you.
he'll do it. Up
Yeah, of
your
course.
ass.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Y'all made me leave.
Andrew Messina, LSU or Florida isn't going to let him coach the rest of the season. Why
yes,
not?
they would.
No.
Why not? LSU 100%
LSU's
will
very
let him
comfortable
see it
with where
through.
they are.
So looking at Saturday, it gets announced he's coaching at his next destination, and he gets to finish out the season. Because that would create a weird dynamic.
Of course
just
it would
for
create-
everybody.
Well, no, but that's where Ole Miss has burned the bridge.
That's where all the pressure falls on Ole Miss.
They shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah.
Because if you're Lane Kiffin, that's the best. That's having your cake and eating it too, right?
And he's
I
earned
get to
it.
take the next job and I get to finish out
That's
this season.
yes, but I think for the best scenario for Ole Miss would be I'm leaving at the end of the season, but I'm coaching the team the rest of the year.
Right.
That would be the. So I guess if
But
you
they
were to
got their
announce where he's
feelings
going,
hurt.
it would be like, as an Ole Miss fan, like obviously I feel like you should cheer for Lane Kiffin throughout the playoffs.
No,
'cause you have a
they've
chance
already
to
burned
win it,
that bridge.
But I don't know if you like. I wouldn't.
I
You know?
will.
Like he's going to LSU at then. Like okay, I don't know.
But think about it. Like you're spoiled. Like
You're spoiled.
they've never been here before, and now they're acting like they've earned the right to be able to fire their coach or let their coach walk during a national championship run that they've never had. And who got you there?
Right.
Right.
And so why would you
Right,
not
but
like? So
wouldn't it
now,
leave
but
a
now they're
weird
entitled.
taste in your mouth if he's going to LSU.
I don't give a fuck. Like I would just go. All right, fine. Best sex of my life.
I feel like it's already too far gone from that.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. No, that's
Yeah.
where they messed it up.
Yeah, it's
that's
too
where
far gone.
whenever they spoke and said ultimatum,
Right. It's too far gone.
they should never have said anything. You should have just been like, look, he's probably gonna leave.
Look, I hear it, you're salty, but at the same time, like I know Ole Miss burnt that bridge, but if you were an Ole Miss fan watching this go down, you know he's leaving at the end of the year. It gets announced he's going to LSU, but he gets to coach the team to the playoff. Are you really supporting the team as hard as you
Yeah,
were
because
before?
you've never
You
won a
won a
national
national
championship.
I understand,
Right.
but your coach is going to LSU next year.
Yeah,
Like
well,
Who
that's
why
cares?
you
You
live
still
in
got
the
one.
that's your biggest rivalry over the last couple
But
years.
that's why you focus on right
now.
You know what I mean? Like that's where you have to actually like put blinders
Every perspective.
on, tunnel vision of just one goal. It's it's a lot easier to say it than to do it. Of course,
That's what I'm saying.
If I'm
Like,
sitting
I just-
there and I know
We're all human. I don't know how you
I
can-
know Nick Saban is taking the Alabama job in 2003, and we're making a run to the BCS championship game. But I know after this game, he's going to.
Yeah, but I want
across
that-
the-
I don't
But I
care.
want the ring, right? Like it's easier to say it, but.
You have
We'll
to
see the way-
get one.
We'll see the way it continues to shake out.
But
I'm
the way that
very
they-
interested to see if they make it through Friday with it quiet.
It's not quiet right now.
Right. Well, I mean, with nothing being like set in stone. And
You know
they-
what this
play the game
this move
Friday-
right here is? I am biting my tongue
right?
because I know it. I
'Cause he
know the
has to.
feeling
Right.
of like I could say a million things. I'm just gonna take a second
Yep.
and not say anything. But he's done. Like even
No,
if
he's
it-
leaving.
Well, even if he wasn't, he is now.
He has to. No, but he is. He's leaving. He's not coaching at Ole Miss. You can. I mean, just,
They forced him out the door.
Just watch the presser.
Enjoy Summerall.
Drinkwitz.
Drink
What-
with what?
Huh?
Drink with what?
Enjoy Drinkwitz. We'll see how it continues to shake out as the week
I
goes
just
on.
don't. The ball's on Ole Miss, man. Right? This is an LSU play. Whenever it was Joe Oliva, and it's
But I do get it in a sense. You're so far behind the eight ball.
that's fine. It's a recognize it.
No, you cannot be behind the eight ball. Like if you get out in front of it and you actually begin a coaching search and prepare for what the future has to hold, like I get it. I understand.
No, but they're thinking that this job is something that it isn't. LSU is like a real.
Right. No, I agree. But I also think if you're Ole Miss, you're in a position where you can still continue to be better than what you have been. If you get the right guy and you plug him into this current situation with the money and support, if it's the guy the boosters support, if it's John Summerall, that's who they like, you can continue to go 9-10 wins and give yourself a chance.
Well, if you think you're that, then you could get him at any point.
Not if they're not there.
Well,
Not if Auburn hires them or Florida hires them. You're behind the eight ball because these jobs are
but
already
if your
open.
job, if you think the job is attractive as you think it is, people will leave. They'll crawl through glass to come over here.
Well,
That's what they're pointing it as.
I don't think they're pointing it as that.
So
pointing
you're
it-
desperate.
Of course they're desperate.
Then don't be desperate. You didn't have to be.
You do.
What? No, whenever you had the opportunity to win a national championship, instead you said, no, we're better than that. We don't have to wait for you. We'll go get the next guy. So if you're that attractive, you could get anybody at any point you want.
No, well, I think that's a little much.
How?
I don't think they can get anybody at any time they want.
LSU got Brian Kelly from Notre Dame.
LSU is LSU.
Well,
That's
Ole
what I'm
Miss
saying,
is
but they're
LSU.
putting themselves in that corner.
I don't think they are. They're putting themselves in. They're in a position. Their school, their program is in a spot it's never been in
It's
before.
ascending.
Where you are ascending, and
You need another pilot to be able to fly.
you need to be in position to make that happen. And if you hold on too long or you wait, and Summerall takes the Auburn job, and Drinkwitz takes the Florida job, and you're just waiting to
Then
see
you
if
ain't-
Kiffin picks between you or LSU, then
Nobody wants to fly your plane.
Well, you're essentially asking Ole Miss to sell their soul in this. Like, sell your soul for a national championship.
Yes.
Sell the future of your football program for a national
For a year.
championship. And that's that's fair. Whatever.
They've never had one.
But I don't know if the people up top and a lot of the fans are okay with that. Like that's
because
a tall order.
they think they're bigger than what the program was built upon, and that was Lane.
Sure, but I mean, selling the first few weeks of the coaching search for that, like this could be handled better.
I think it's so worth it. Like having winning one is the best feeling in the world.
I mean, but I don't think Ole Miss wins one.
I think if they did this differently, it's certain. I mean, who scares you?
If I'm Ole Miss,
I would say
Ohio State.
I'd say Indiana, Ohio State,
Indiana, or Georgia.
Line it up.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
I think they've got as good of a chance as any of those teams.
They've never had this good of an opportunity, and they sold it. They sold out because of ego, pride about Ole Miss is bigger than one person. Whatever the one person that built Ole Miss is the one you're selling out. It's tough.
It is. We'll see how it continues to shake out as the week goes on. I do want to play.
We're going to get a ton of Ole Miss comments on this.
Oh, yeah. I do want to get one clip of Frank Wilson talking about.
No, yeah. LSU plays football, too.
They do, but this isn't really about that. This is him talking about the players and through all this noise and the way that the LSU football players that are on this team that are actually wearing the purple and gold, how they continue to go through their week, their day-to-day process, prepare for a game, and play games, even with all of this noise about a coaching search going on. It's clip number 2 of Frank Wilson talking about the players' process through all of this. Because it's another piece of the dynamic that you can forget about, is that there are players on LSU's roster that have to debate if they'll be here next year, if they won't. All of these things are up for change over the coming weeks and days.
Weeks.
Pun intended. And here's Frank Wilson talking about the players and how they handle all the outside noise and the factors that go into everything that's going on around LSU football right now.
I think they want to play football. I think they live in a social media world where it comes toward them. But that's the uncontrollable. We can't control those things, and so I encourage them to control what you can control. And what we can control and what this game will become, even not so much about Oklahoma, but about us, right? These self-inflicting things that we have done, continue to do. How do we rid ourselves of these habits that's been habitual for a length of time? They're not new. You know, we have the same players. We have some of the same issues, and in some areas we've seen dramatic improvement. Again, when you look at what we've done 2 weeks ago to this past week in a special teams unit. When you look at these last couple of weeks, and since we've instilled these 9-on-7 things, what it's done for the mantra of our defense, if you will, and their want to and salivating to go hit somebody, that's been an awesome thing. And at times we have matched it offensively. We just need to have a consistency, and if we can have a consistent group in there at one time, outside of playing musical chairs, I think we could try to get some type of cohesiveness, whomever they may be, whatever 5, we just got to get them from practice to the game so that we have our best opportunities to play our best, going there. So.
Frank Wilson talking about the dynamic between the players, the outside noise, and all that's going on around LSU football right now as they prepare for Oklahoma this weekend. We will continue that discussion to open up hour number 2 with Glen West from 247Sports as he covers LSU over at Go 24/7. He will join us in about 3 minutes after we take a quick break. Don't forget, every single day we are brought to you by CAS Roofing and Advising, our guys over at CAS Roofing and Advising. It's not just another roof, it's our reputation. Pierce Patterson takes real good care of his homeowners over at CAS. And his number is 225-910-0619. Give it a call. He'll come out, hop up on your roof. He'll check it out. If you got a missing shingle, if you've got grit in your driveway, if you have a leak in the house, or if you just have a roof that's 10 years old or older, call 225-910-0619. Pierce Patterson will come out there, hop up on your roof, check it out for you, and we'll let you know if you're in good shape, if not, and if you need a new roof, he'll walk you through the process of how to get one. We'll take a quick break here, come back with Glen West from 247 Sports right after this.
Wardos was created in honor of Alan Ward Granning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Granning at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Mart has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff,
where everyone is family.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
And just a lot of, because of the ambiguity, I was just curious, when Keith says expects a decision on Saturday, is that a decision that's been made, or is that still in consideration? Like, people were just curious about that.
Yeah, so, I mean, you can just keep going. I'm not going to answer them, so that's 3 of them. You got another one?
No, I got one about William Eccles, actually.
All right, welcome back here as we open up hour number 2 on this Tuesday morning. And we continue the conversation around LSU football because remember, there is a game on Saturday. LSU does play football this Saturday against Oklahoma, even in the midst of all of this mess. And we are joined by a weekly guest here at Tingle & Co., Glen West from 247 Sports as he covers the Tigers over there. Glen, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Hey guys, how are you doing? Thanks for having me.
I hope you didn't hear us off air.
No, no, I didn't. What's going on?
Good. Christian's in the clear.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you making some time for us, Glenn. We'll get it started away from football and in this mess. Did you tune in to Lane Kiffin's press conference yesterday?
I did. A lot of non-answers, but I definitely tuned in, as I'm sure everybody in the LSU media beat and any fans that weren't at work or, just trying to find something to do in between work. I'm sure there was a lot of that going on. So, yeah, I definitely was tuning in.
And so I'll ask you about the presser. Like you said, there's a lot of non-answers, not really anything being said per se. But is there anything maybe reading between the lines or analyzing a little bit that you feel like you gained from listening to Lane's press conference?
Yeah, I think if you really kind of want to dive deep into it, I guess the answer that he gave when he was asked about his players and just kind of how they're handling the distraction of whether or not the coach is leaving, I think he gave kind of an answer of like, the players in this day and age don't think the same way as maybe they used to. Like, if you went to a school, you had to stay there in prior years, but now with this age of the transfer portal, that these players can move in and out whenever they want, and so he basically just talked about whatever might be going on with the coach. The player doesn't really have a whole lot of incentive, I guess, to stick around either. So it's interesting. I mean, I don't think that I don't know that he'll have many more press conference opportunities. Like, I think just doing the math, like the Wednesday teleconference for the SEC, they don't do that this week. And then they play on Friday instead of Saturday. So he might have one more media availability before they kick off on Friday against Mississippi State. But I don't think this will turn into like the big media circus that maybe people thought it would could be going into the week. So we'll see if it gets to Saturday in terms of his decision. That's certainly where it seems to be leaning right now. But from a press conference perspective, I would expect whenever Lane Kiffin's in front of the microphone that a lot of the same answers will be relayed to the public.
If you were a part of, I guess, the Ole Miss contingency, what would you feel about Lane Kiffin, as it were, after he's spoken on the microphone 2 times now?
Yeah, I'd be pretty angry. I mean, I'd be pretty, frustrated with, how this is all playing out. You're in the middle of your, arguably the greatest season in your program's history, and all anybody can talk about is the future of your head coach and just kind of the non-answers that seem to be coming out from him at this point in time. It just adds a layer of distraction that you don't really want as a fan base. Like, this should be a fan base and an administration and a group and a team that is just embracing this run and this potential postseason run that they'll have if they win on Friday. But that's not the conversation at all. And so that to me, I think, would be the most frustrating part if I were a fan of Ole Miss or an administrator, a booster, a donor, even players on the team. Like, I'm sure that they go home and they think, we want to win, we want to make it to the playoff, and we want to go as far as we can. But why is it that we're not talking about our team this weekend, our goals and our accomplishments and all that stuff? It's about the head coach, and it's about what his decision is going to be this week, about his future. And I think that would be pretty frustrating if I were a fan or a player or any kind of supporter of Ole Miss football.
Do you think that the Ole Miss brass has handled it correctly?
It's so tricky. I mean, like, I think so. I think so. I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts on this as well, but I like Lane Kiffin's the one that got them to this point, right? And, I think that they feel like, at least for this Egg Bowl, that Lane Kiffin gives them the best chance to win and to capitalize on all of their goals. And, I've heard a couple different people say this, and I don't know that Kiffin came into the season thinking that they were going to be this good of a team. They talked about, even yesterday, his press conference, he talked about going into the year, like, this was viewed as a team on the outside as one that was in a kind of a rebuild mode and in a restocking mode for the future. And here they are, they're sitting at 10-1 and have all of their postseason goals and hopes ahead of them. And, I think that I think that they've handled this the right way from an administration standpoint, but man, if you go and you lose this game on Friday and then your head coach leaves the next day, and then you're left out of the college football playoff because of that, then I think that
you turn egg salad into egg shit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, they've been put in between a rock and a hard place. Like, because if you went the other route, if you were Ole Miss and were to say, hey, we're not letting you coach in this Egg Bowl game, coming out of that meeting when he didn't give them a decision that he was staying or leaving or whatever, and you say, hey, we don't want you to coach in this game, and he says, well, that's not fair. I'm the head coach. Like, until I take another job, unless you want to fire me. Exactly. Like, I mean, and then you're like, all right, well, do we have to fire this guy, or do we put him on paid leave? Like, how does this work? And so, I think that they're just going to drag it out for as long as possible and just get it through the regular season and then handle it then. But there's no easy way to handle this from an administration standpoint. You've done everything right if you're Ole Miss, and the guy that you've put all of your trust and your faith into is not reciprocating that right now.
Because to me, I feel like it's not. Obviously, Lane plays a part in it, but the problem itself is not created by Lane or by Ole Miss. It's been created by the powers that be in college football. The calendar is what's created the issue, right? Nick Saban talked about it on Saturday. The calendar has lined up where, I mean, if you're a program like LSU and you want to go get a coach that's, at the top of the game, the timelines line up where early signing day and the transfer portal are in the midst of the college football playoff. And so I feel like both sides have kind of tried to handle it as well as possible, whether it's Lane Kiffin, like trying to not give giving non-answers or not trying to say too much because he does want to coach them through. But if you're Ole Miss, do you just enjoy the ride and see if you can win a national championship with Lane leading the way? Or do you put your foot down and you try to make a hire for the next guy and you tell him he needs to take the next job or what have you? Where do you see the calendar going? Do you see this being an issue that can be solved by college football where you line the calendar up differently so there aren't coaching hires happening in this manner?
It's tricky because I think the one fix and something that I think I believe it was Nick Saban that said this last week on game day was like you just move the entire offseason into the summer, and so you play out your college football season in the fall. Players go through spring with their team, and if they want to hit the portal in the summer and they want to switch teams and stuff of that nature, then you do that in the summer. Like, I think, if you want a clean off season, you kind of handle it like the NFL does when you go into April and May and June and all that stuff. But it's just the calendar for academics does not meet up with the calendar for football in that perspective, because then you got to handle transfers and how many credits transfer over, how many players what transfers over from a player from one school to the next, and doing that at the end of an academic calendar year makes sense, but also I just don't know how much sense it makes it if you're going to go through a spring with a team and then leave them in the summer to go join another team. Well, then you only have a couple months with that new team to really kind of work and get the best version of yourself, be the best version of yourself, and kind of establish yourself in that kind of vein with a new team. So I don't think there's a good answer here. Like, I think, what they tried to do with this last movement by, making it one portal window in January, I think makes more sense than having, the portal window in December and having, 35, 40, 45 players, leaving, before bowl games and before, championship or postseason runs or whatever, because they're not getting the playing time. Like, I think it makes sense to, have that portal window open a little later into this, into the next calendar year. But, I just don't know that it gets to a point where they're like, hey, we got to restructure everything and we got to make this, we got to align the academic calendar with the football calendar. Like, I think that's the big decision here that has to be made, and I just don't know that they ever get there. And so I think you're going to see a lot more of this going forward, with coaches, whether it's at the group of 5 level who are competing to potentially be in the playoff, or what we're seeing here play out with Lane Kiffin. Like, he's got a decision to make. Does he want to be the first Power 4 head coach that is going to be leading his team into a playoff here and leave them before the postseason? That certainly seems to be on the table right now as we sit here on Tuesday.
And at what point did they stop playing almost catch-up on your college football when it feels like you certainly rule the roost? Like, when's the last time we've had an academic suspension or anything to do with academics with college football or college basketball or college baseball? Like, we know the dirty little secret has been aired that this is basically professional sports. So what's stopping them with the NCAA not really being involved to just say, hey, let's draw a delinear line of what this is supposed to be. It's amateur sports. That's actually professional sports. Let's make it professional sports.
Yeah, I mean,
wouldn't that make it clearer?
What's that?
Wouldn't that make it more clear as to what we're doing here? You're already paying them.
So, I mean, I think for me, the whole thing comes back to, when do you want to have your off season? Like, is it, you want to have it in March? Do you want to have it in April? Do you want to have it in May in the summer when, once the academic year is let out? And if you just, my whole thing though is and something that I just keep coming back to is if you extend it anymore and, these players are kind of stuck in limbo knowing that they're leaving, but, are still stuck at their school for a couple months until they can actually get to their new place. Does that really benefit the player? Does that benefit the team? Does that benefit the team they're going to? I think there's a lot, that you have to ask, and you have to wonder, what, mixing and matching those two things, the academic and the football calendar, really does for programs across the country. And so, like I said, there are a lot smarter people than me that are going to try to have to figure this out.
Think so.
I think it makes sense to certainly divide football from academics and have their, like you mentioned, start, I guess, their own league or whatever you call it, but however you structure it. But that's something that I feel like would take years and years to work out. And you heard rumblings, right? I mean, the Big Ten and the SEC have been having conversations for years about how to get those two conferences together and play more. And, we'll see if that ever takes off, and if that really becomes something that those two conferences really want to lean into. But it's a lot, right? And I just don't know that we ever get to a point where they separate the two, and from an academic and a football perspective, it's really hard to make work.
And speaking of
a lot of Kim E majors out there playing quarterback at LSU. I mean, what are we doing?
Speaking of a football perspective, what were your takeaways from the ugly win this past Saturday as LSU defeated Western Kentucky 13-10? Just a few of the things you saw in that game where it was it was pretty good on one side, not very good on the other.
Yeah, defense did its job. They held them to 3 points, essentially, defensively. That was on the very first drive where Western Kentucky just got behind them a couple different times, and they had to settle for a field goal. But, look, I mean, the story of the game was the offense. I think it was as bad of an offensive performance as I've ever seen in that building, and I was there when Alabama blanked them in 2018. I was there when Troy beat them in 2017, and those offenses didn't have very great days on either of those two performances either. But this was a new level. I mean, they went 3 of 16 on third down. They struggled to really move the ball down the field, which I thought would not be as much of an issue. I thought they'd be able to move the ball up and down. It's just whether or not they would convert, into touchdowns, which has been a big bugaboo for them all year. But they didn't even really get into scoring position a whole ton in this game either. There was 7 punts, 2 turnovers on downs, a couple turnovers there, especially the one there late in the game from Harlem Berry that they returned for a touchdown and technically we're still in the game with a minute left. It was crazy situations that were playing out in that home finale for offense. And really, I just walked out of that performance just saying whoever the next coach is, whether it's Lane Kiffin or Kenny Dillingham, Eli Drinkwitz, John Summerall, whoever it is that they're going to hire to be the next head coach, they've got to tear this offense thing down to the studs. I mean, they have got to rebuild this thing from scratch. And there are very few players that I would want back knocking down the doors to get back if I were LSU. Berry would be one, Treyas Green would be another, Carius Kern would be one. Solomon Thomas, maybe. I mean, but outside of that, are there guys that you are like, man, if this guy does not come back offensively, LSU's really going to be hurting next year? I don't get that feeling at all. And so, you're in real tough waters here. But if you're able to get the guy that you want, and this guy in Lane Kiffin says he's coming on Saturday or whatever that may be, then I think you immediately look to the future and say, hey, well, I think this is a guy that can get it right and get it right quick.
Do you think that Blake Baker has played his name into this coaching carousel again? Obviously, he was after the A&M game where it kind of went off the rails. It was supposed to be like, why not promote Blake Baker if that's going to be the next head coach? And now it became, the defense stinks, get him out of here.
Yeah.
Now, with what it looks like, and if you can't get Lane Kiffin and you can't land him, what's kind of the difference if you just want to look at a defensive perspective? They're kind of the same person in terms of personality, young and up and coming, has the ability to coach and recruit, and understands the landscape of Louisiana. It feels like that's not the worst idea in the world.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I think Blake Baker would be on that list. I mean, I don't know that he'd be, above, those other 3 guys that I mentioned, and Dillingham, Drinkwitz, and Summerall. I think those would be the next 3 that LSU calls. But if you're looking for, an in-program promotion to be the next head coach, then Blake Baker would certainly make a lot of sense. I would be very interested to see what that conversation would look like with Frank Wilson, bringing him into the office and saying, hey, you did a great job, with the 4 games here, the bowl game, but we feel like Blake is going to be the guy for us going forward. What are your thoughts? And I would just love to be a fly on the wall for that conversation. But I think Blake has done a really nice job with this defense. He's been given the kind of pieces that can work for LSU, and I think he would be one that you'd want to keep, right, with whoever the head coach is with this next staff. And so, I don't know how likely that is if he's not the head coach that he's back. I think there's a lot of pieces and ancillary pieces that will have to move as a result of what Lane Kiffin ultimately decides, and just kind of the domino effect of what happens there. But I think Blake Baker will be in consideration, but I don't think it'll be. I don't think he's the next man up after Lane Kiffin.
And I'll ask you this: looking forward to this Saturday, are you taking the under for the LSU versus Oklahoma matchup?
Absolutely.
What is it?
It's at 38.5 last
what?
I saw. They're expecting it to be a low-scoring game, but I expect it to be even lower than that.
17-10?
I'm doing my research right now on Oklahoma's defense. Guys, they are just
nasty.
They are brutal. They are brutal up in that front 7. And you talk about Braylon Moore, Ori Williams and there's one other starter that could be out for this game. Tyree Adams is still not tracking to play in this game. Like that's 3 offensive linemen there who have had major playing time this year for you,
and they've been crushing it.
And it's not like it's been a great unit with them on the field. So maybe it's one of those situations where it's like they those backups there will kind of answer the call Rudy style, but like I just don't see it, man. Like I think it's going to be a rough day for those guys, and it's going to be really important for Michael Van Buren to get the ball out as quickly as possible. But that's been kind of the only way LSU's been able to move the ball this year is when they just made quick decisions on screens and letting their playmakers go make plays. And they're going to have to get a lot of that, and they're going to have to get a lot of luck too to kind of be able to hang around in this game, I think.
You talked about guys coming back possibly for the LSU offense. Is there a world in which Aaron Anderson comes back? Is there a world in which you see maybe Destin Hill come back and Nick Anderson come back? Because those are guys that you brought in that still have eligibility that really didn't, like Aaron Anderson obviously hurt, but Nick Anderson didn't really get to show the full version of himself. Destin Hill didn't really get to play after he broke his hand on, the second play of the game in the first game of the year. Like, is that something that would be a priority for you or a priority for if Lane Kiffin comes and goes, keep these guys?
Yeah, I mean, I'd certainly be on board with, bringing some of these receivers back. What I was kind of saying earlier is, like, guys that I, am really, really trying to get back into the program. Like,
Aaron
guys
Anderson.
that if leave, it would be really, really detrimental to next year. And, I think that, those receivers that you just mentioned there, they have a lot of potential, they have a lot of upside, but we just haven't seen a whole lot of them on the field yet. And so, I would certainly welcome them back and have them potentially earn their spots. And Anderson in Hill's case, Nick Anderson in Hill's case. Aaron Anderson's a different story. Like I think Aaron Anderson, if they can convince him to come back, that would be great. But I don't see that being a very likely possibility. Maybe that's just me, but we'll see kind of what happens there. I think that there are a few young guys that you want back on both sides of the ball. Certainly on the defensive side, you'd love to have DJ Pickett back. You'd love to have Deshaun Spears back. Mm-hmm. I think kind of Whit Weeks and Aaron Anderson are kind of in that same category for me. Like, great if you can get them back, but if not, it probably they're probably off to the NFL anyway. It's not like they're probably entering the portal. So I think that those are maybe the two that I think would be on the bubble leaving this year, and guys that if you were able to convince to come back, I think would be pretty big wins for them.
What weeks in 18 and Aaron Anderson in 7? Cool.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Makes sense.
Well, Glenn, we appreciate you making some time for us this morning and joining us, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, thanks, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you too.
Oh, fried turkey or baked turkey? What do you do?
We just do a regular baked turkey. I don't think we do the fryer all that much. We've done it before, but I think it's more of a baked turkey family that we have. Yeah.
Favorite sides?
Man, I love sweet potato casserole.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
My mom puts cinnamon in it. She puts pecans in it. It's delicious. It's like eating dessert for a side dish. It's just really good.
That's true.
Do y'all do afternoon or evening?
We do afternoon. Yeah, we do afternoon. So you don't really eat much in the morning, and then you just kind of wait till 2-3 o'clock, and then you just pig out for an hour and a half, which is really good.
Wiki.
Macy's Day Parade?
No, I'm not a Macy's Day Parade kind of
Dog
guy.
show?
Definitely a football.
Is it at least on?
Kind of guy.
Is the Macy's Day Parade at least on? Like on TV?
I don't think so. I think we just have football on for the most part. I mean, we live in the South, man. We're not about that action.
There you go.
We appreciate you, Glenn. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you. There he is, Glen West from 247 Sports. No Macy's Day Parade. I also don't like the Macy's Day Parade.
I fucking hate it.
Shrink the Macy's Day Parade.
My family has, I say my family, my mother has always tried to make it a thing. And it's the Rocketeer.
Now, dog show.
Will
I'll
do.
put the dog show on the television.
Okay, but
Yeah.
the Thomas the Train balloon, fuck yes. Yes.
Well, you know who else likes Thomas the Train? My buddy at the fraternity house. You don't remember the story where he gets himself, he pisses his pants and puts on Thomas the Train?
You did tell.
I'm not going to say his name. He's probably prominent somewhere.
Dog
Doing something
show.
good with
Dog
his
show's a
life.
good play.
Yes.
Dog show into football. Can't beat it.
Yeah, dog show's awesome.
Do we get
Macy's Day
basketball?
Parade. No.
Poop.
Don't do it. See, now Christmas is an interesting one because now they do football and basketball. Because Christmas used to be a huge basketball day.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
NBA on
uniforms.
Christmas, they do the uniforms.
Well,
They had the
stopped-
commercial.
They
It'd be
stopped
Lakers,
doing
Heat,
that.
LeBron, Kobe, it'd just be awesome. And then they just stopped doing the uniforms, and now football was like
We'll take this
it's right
from
there
you.
for the taking.
Yeah.
And they've just taken over Christmas.
But I actually liked it when it was just basketball, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I liked when like they actually like cared about it.
Yeah,
Like,
it did uniforms.
do
yeah.
the uniforms, do the
Cavalier with the candy cane?
the Jingle Bell.
Yeah,
ad where they're
commercial?
shooting in the, like, come on.
What
are
happened
we
to the sport I
doing?
love?
What are we doing?
And then you put the biggest rivalries on TV.
Right,
Like,
Yes.
It
And
was
it was
the
like,
War-
all right, it's kind of like
it was
the
the-
announcement
It
of
was the
basketball's
Warriors,
here.
It was the
Yes.
Warriors
And
Cavs.
Cavs.
Back-to-back years where Kyrie hits the turnaround J, and it was like, I mean, then there was the play where KD dunks on Kevin
Goal,
Love.
that run.
Kevin Love outlet to LeBron, slam dunk, and then I was
The
like,
fastest 12 points ever
dude, it was
scored.
also like, but it's fallen off.
LeBron's 42. Did you see his quad?
Yeah, it's a monster.
Well, it's illegal.
But yeah, no,
I do miss basketball. Like, that's kind of why I stopped watching.
no. They've gone all in on playoffs. Like Max,
And,
you know,
yeah.
we went to the Pelicans game the other night, and Max, my younger brother, was with us, and we and him were talking yesterday. He was like,
How many words did he say?
he talks to me a bunch.
He talked to me a bunch.
Yeah, he'll talk.
Yeah.
Uh,
Doesn't talk to Chrissy.
no, of course not. But he was like, I just don't know if I could go to an NBA game. He was like, they just don't care. He's like, they were just playing. It was just like, just blah. I was like, yeah. I mean, I get it. Like it's a
Yeah,
regular
but then-
season game.
Wait, he didn't. Wait, was this after the one we went
Yeah.
to? Oh, I love those games.
Of course,
They
but
could
it's
be-
like
Well,
he
yeah,
could tell,
you're like,
They could be in wheelchairs. I'd love that shit.
yeah, but he could tell just watching.
The
He was
Olympics?
like they just don't. There's no meaning to the game. Like you can tell.
That's true.
From some of the players, it's just like, oh, they turn the
Man,
ball over.
I guess so, but once you get courtside, it's different.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
I love to throw out the first pitch.
But I tell you
also.
what, Pels did put on a show last night.
I know, but like,
It was 143 points they scored.
yeah, they jog and stuff, but like, I mean, they're still trying on offense at least.
Right.
I don't know.
But then you go, I mean, have
But
you
no,
ever
I
been to a
agree.
playoff game?
What, a playoff game? I've been to a playoff game.
It's different.
Yeah, playoff game. Like I mean, it's like.
It's definitely louder and it's more.
I mean, but the
not
same
you.
energy the players
Some
get.
of the,
trying harder.
Some of the same dudes are jogging still. Don't get it twisted. Zion still jogs in playoff
Well,
games.
I'm not worried about. I could not care
Yeah,
less
the Pelicans
about
don't
that
worry
person.
about playoff games around here. They're not playing in playoffs.
I wish Zion was.
Speaking
good.
of the
That'd be
playoffs,
fun.
is Ole Miss going to make the playoffs? I want to
Speaking of
ask this
playoffs,
question
soccer
because me
team's
and
out.
Lloyd feel differently on this
about
the play. If Lane Kiffin leaves, does Ole Miss get booted out of the playoff mix because of the Jordan Travis quarterback's out, you're not in, coach is out, you're not in? Does that? And your point that you made the other day was like it would essentially be college football's way of saying this is why we need to get to 16, this is why we need to get to 20. You still feel, and I'll ask the chat, and Christian, you as well, if Ole Miss wins on Friday and Lane Kiffin leaves and he's not coaching moving forward
They're
at Ole
still
Miss,
in.
you think they're still in?
if they win. If they lose and he leaves,
Yeah.
They're out.
that's the question. Because they should still belong in. A two-loss team in the SEC that lost. I mean, sure, you lost in the Egg Bowl.
Right, but and then your other losses to Georgia.
Right. So you should certainly still be in the
think they
college
should be in
football
even if they
playoffs.
lose.
But if
Right.
you want to hang your hat on, man, who really runs this? Who orchestrates? I don't want
Right.
to see. I don't know what Ole Miss looks like without Lane Kiffin.
No. Nobody
And
does.
so, if you're the committee and you want to put in some of these other teams that you definitely have a fancy for, where it's like everybody can be involved. Like
Right.
this is why you add more teams. This is why you do it.
Because
Like, who else gets in?
And this is the reason why, because, I mean, he's gone, right? You listen to what he's saying, you read it. Lane Kiffin.
The dead man walking.
Right. And so this is why you let him coach on Friday, because it's a play-in game. You lose, you're out, you win, you're in. Regardless of what Lane decides.
Do they change their mind?
Before Friday. Like
after.
You're asking? After Friday.
If they win,
if they win, they're like, you know what, actually, let's run this thing.
Yeah. I mean, this is how it's gone.
At this point, you can't. Like,
why not?
You can't, but you just can't.
He would, though. He would say yes.
Of course he would. He wants to do that. He would say yes.
If you get
if Ole Miss does that,
I wish it was a night game at
Oxford?
At Oxford.
In Oxford.
That would change everything. Belt to
Vault
ass.
Hemingway is what it's called?
Yeah. Compound V.
Compound V. But instead it's in Stark Vegas.
At 11. And that's why he wants to leave. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
11 a.m. kick.
It's a play-in game, essentially,
At a
and it's
baseball
11
school.
a.m.
Yeah.
At
a baseball
Stark
school.
Vegas.
That's not even a baseball school.
Yeah.
They're nothing.
Yeah.
Like, what state am I in?
Cow manure school.
Like, I understand Louisiana's not the best.
They're
But
a bell school.
Guess
They're a
what
musical school.
Guess what the Magnolia Bowl would be at night.
It would be at night. It'd be packed.
And guess if you were 11-1.
No, even if LSU was the game this Friday, and it was Ole Miss at LSU, and LSU is 5-6
at night.
But you have the opportunity to.
He'd be terrified,
dude. That's what we were.
Does it not make you feel a little bit like that right there?
Right. Well, we were talking last night, me and my friends, and Pierce, because we obviously went to Clemson. So Pierce was like, "What are the road trips next year? What are the road games?" I was like, "Well, they play at Tennessee. Got to go to Knoxville." I was like,
"Namesake."
I was like, "They play at Oxford." And if Lane Kiffin's our coach,
dude, I think
that's a must.
I think the whole room was bricked up talking about
so
it.
Like,
yeah,
LSU with Lane Kiffin as coach going to Oxford next year, like, coach.
We bring the belts,
coach.
Like,
it's good. It's gonna be
Cinema.
a spectacle.
Well, he goes Knoxville, and then Noah goes.
Oh,
and then his return to Oxford. Oh my gosh! I was like, dude, chill. I'm gonna bust.
I mean, it would be unbelievable.
That's what college football
because you have quite the slate next season. Like, let's talk about.
We
next
just need
year
to survive till next year. Like, we have to stay alive.
You play Clemson, you play Alabama, you play Texas, you play Texas A&M, you play Ole Miss, you play Tennessee. That's a freaking slate, dude. Like, now the good thing is you play Clemson at home, Alabama at home, Texas at home, and Texas A&M at home. That is quite the home slate for Tiger Stadium.
What a waste of
And then, but
you don't have a quarterback.
All of those games, the
waste.
biggest spectacle, if Lane Kiffin is the coach, is traveling to Oxford,
where they can only hold 30,000 people.
And you better believe,
I'm drinking.
These three will be in that 30,000.
I'll break my sobriety streak. 12 hours.
About to say, yeah, what sobriety streak since you woke up?
Yeah. Well,
since you fell asleep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
are you drinking?
Had
sleep?
polish it off in the morning. That's what Grandpa calls Listerine.
Oh, we're Oxford and Knoxville. We're checking the box for next year's road trips for Tingle and Co. After Omaha, of course, we're going to Omaha again. Have to.
I mean, there couldn't have been a big. He doesn't talk like that.
Play some of the clips of it. I want to get fired up right now because these clips.
What week is Knoxville next year?
They don't have the days haven't been announced yet.
And how about him mentioning soccer for no reason? Like he's
the best. Not for no reasons, because he
no, but he doesn't have to go. I guess I'm just so like Brian Kelly'd out,
right?
That it's like he doesn't know.
It's because he hears them playing while he's working in the office.
Exactly,
it's right there.
They're practicing or doing something.
He's like, can they stop?
Where are the Jay Johnson clips?
I think LSU baseball posted a handful of them.
Oh, I didn't know they were in the doc.
No, I didn't put them in there.
LSU baseball, more like 60 Celtics.
Basically. Jay
but
Johnson,
I just have never heard him.
Red Auerbach.
This is as confident as he's been.
Oh, I've never heard him talk like this before a team.
It makes me. I don't know if it's. You just have to trust him.
Of course you trust him. I mean,
look.
Of course.
That
was my take.
Cut me open.
They played a Purple and Gold World Series before 23. That team was stacked. They played a Purple and Gold World Series before last season. That team was stacked. But this year, this is the year. Guess what? I know we got.
We're good.
Don't need to.
Why?
Because. Stud. Check that guy out, Christian.
Yep.
Check that guy out. Dog.
Yup.
Dog. Lane leading LSU into Knoxville and Oxford will be scenes.
Coach. I would.
Coach.
I'd worry about his safety.
Mustard.
They should be worrying about their safety.
Mustard on the beat.
Secret Service.
Dude, if Lane comes here, and that's part of the deal, he's one of us.
Oh my gosh.
To death. One of us. Steve Madden.
That would be absolute chaos.
Because another person that, he joins the ranks of this man. I'll die for you. Lane can be my stepdad. This is my real dad.
This is your father.
Last year's team, there's
Lane's
probably
like really
13
cool
or 14
uncle.
pitchers that, regardless of how many innings they
Doesn't
pitched,
touch
actually
you.
had pretty good statistics and made some contribution. I think there's some similarities into that. I have spent personally a lot of time the last 2 weeks about structuring the staff in a way that's going to be best for the players' individual development, and then putting the deal together to get 27 outs and win a game, win a series, sweep a series, have a great week, over 4 or 5 games. And we have some figuring out to do, but I feel like we have a really good plan, and you can have a good plan when you feel like you have good pitchers. Last year's team, there's probably 13 or 14 pitchers that, regardless of how many innings they pick, have good pitchers. Last year's team, there's probably 13
I'll
or
talk to you all day. I don't care. I might get a tattoo, do our deal.
Do it.
I will.
Do we need to start a telethon right now?
Oh, yeah.
To pay for your Do Your Deal tattoo?
How much did
Where do we put it?
Tattoo cost? Oh, dude, anywhere.
Yeah, a Do Your Deal tattoo, what, $60? Easy.
No.
No, he's not going
We want to
down
show the
there.
proof of it.
Do Your Deal tattoo. I mean, where
the
would you
chest.
should put it just around your chest, around your heart, right over your heart.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Make it real douchey. Put it on your wrist right here.
Do it around my wrist.
Tramp stamp.
And it can't be douchey because it's an LSU base.
Right.
Tramp stamp. So you go to grab something out of the shelf and it's just Do Your Deal.
No, that's awful. I want to put it on my cock, and you want to put it on my ass.
You need to start the telethon for your Do Your Deal tattoo.
I got
You need $50.
Not a tramp stamp.
No, you can't do that. That would be wrong.
But I love it. Just whenever he says it comes off so.
Oh, I mean, out to lunch.
I mean, we're gonna do our deal.
That's what you should get. Out to lunch.
Out to
Tramp
lunch.
stamp. Out to lunch.
You're out to lunch.
Out to lunch.
Oh, love you.
You.
Christian would never.
Is there? I think there was another video of him talking.
Yeah.
I want to listen to.
I feel good about that. I think it's going to be very important for this team's success to handle the ball well in the infield. As I project things going forward, it's always, but I do think that will be important. But, whether it was Tanner Reeves becoming a better defensive infielder, Trent Caraway has really improved, and we've only had him for a semester, but he plays third base like a shortstop, which is great to see. Seth Darter, Kansas State, Braden Simpson, both those guys, came in better. Jack Rucker, made the plays, when he had a chance to make plays.
A lot of names.
So it's a big point of emphasis, kind of brought, in, I guess from a football side of it, 2 analysts that's like a specialty. And I sit with them every day and we talk about what guys need to do to get better. And I think that's really benefited this team.
I'm excited for LSU baseball to get this thing rolling, huh? Get this machine off the ground.
They're just waiting for the clock to strike. They're ready.
Right.
God, it's so much fun.
It is. I mean, especially when you just.
Go back to who were they? What was it in the regional? It doesn't end this way.
Little Rock. Great story. You're not winning.
No,
this is not how this thing goes.
This isn't how this thing goes. Well,
and now a repeat is a lot to ask. I will say that because I see a lot of this team being kind of similar to 2 years ago, where you have not quite the blend of perfect everything.
Right.
You have some, but I say that, and then what they did in the portal changes my mind of you could name every outfielder. It's going to start all
Well, they won a national
85.
championship.
All of them did.
Right.
Cater Beatty apparently is your best player. And that's not surprising. We saw
that swing speaks to you.
Gospel.
Like, brother, it's only a matter of time.
As long as he can see at night.
Before that's right. Just block it up.
Yeah, I don't even care at this point.
And so,
he's going to hit 15.
Right, and then you go and get a guy out of the portal in Zach York who walks more than he strikes out.
Oh, he walks a lot.
Yaks. And
he's either jogging or walking. If I had to guess.
And apparently, we talked to Eads last week. He's playing a great first base.
And you know what you have at shortstop?
You have the best shortstop in the country.
And now apparently you have a third baseman that can play shortstop again.
Right. It comes down to filling.
And I know Tanner Reeves can play second.
It's just second and third base.
He can hit 15.
Right. And so what it falls into is it's all on the arms. And if there's one thing Jay Johnson has done extremely well at LSU,
not my expertise,
is your pitching has been outstanding.
Casey Evans,
William Schmidt,
Gavin Guidry.
Just go down the list, and then what you went and got in the portal, like
who finds
Riley?
Who finds Riley Cooper?
No,
what sport do you think he played?
It was not hard to spot, but like
would you think he thought he was going to win the College World Series MVP, and he should have.
He should have.
Paul Skeen's a little bit easier.
Yeah, I think the expectations for this team are and should be extremely high.
I don't like that.
I love it. Jay loves it.
I know.
But
I guess
really what it falls to is the pressure's on him.
I know, that's why I feel bad.
I have to make the right moves.
That's always been the case.
I've got to make the chess move. And when has he failed?
I just feel bad for the stress he puts himself under. He deserves a day off.
He eats it up.
I guess so. Maybe that's the way to look at it.
It makes him happy.
Yeah.
He would have nothing to live for if he didn't have it.
So he talked about it during the College World Series.
He
goes, in the last one I won, whenever we were up 30, I didn't have much to think about.
Right.
And against Coastal, he's like, well, if this happens and this happens, this happens. He's like, oh, double play game. But, never mind. Never mind.
It's a double play. Game's over. You just won the national championship.
I would love to play Coastal again. That fucking guy.
Hey, you should have scheduled it to open up the year.
That's what college football would do.
It should have been your opening game. That's what NBA Christmas Christmas used to be.
That guy. He's suspended, I'd imagine.
Yeah, he's suspended.
First game of the season.
Awesome.
That's why you should have scheduled it. It would have been unbelievable for an opening series.
What a jack
Second game. I'd want to see him.
Well, yeah.
No, he'll be there.
An opening series. It would have been.
Yeah.
He only would have not been able to coach game 1.
Yeah.
Friday night. He would have been able to be there Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
And Saturday would have been a raucous crowd that's like, Kevin!
I can't believe that happened.
That was unbelievable. I can't wait.
Moment was a little big
block
for
or
you.
Charge? Was it a block or a charge?
For baseball to get back. It was a block. He wasn't set yet.
Okay.
It was a block. I don't
know. The feet in the air.
He sold it pretty well, though.
That freeze frame.
Cinema.
Of Kevin red in the face and feet just in the
He
air.
definitely flopped.
Oh, my.
He sold it so well.
It was a great sell. He just wasn't in legal guarding position first, so I'm going to have to go block.
Sorry, he's not an athlete.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm getting kicked out because the umpire's not an athlete. Sorry you couldn't stick to
2 left feet over there.
I mean, dude, be a bigger douche.
I don't know if there is one.
Can't.
Kevin Sullivan.
Maybe the guy went to the Giants.
He's gone.
He's gone.
That's what's really probably why Jay feels the way he does. A bit of looking around the conference and goes,
No, the only person that could compete with me for players
left
is not here.
He didn't. Out to lunch.
Out to lunch in San Francisco. Enjoy it.
Enjoy your bagel.
We appreciate everybody hanging out with us here on this Tuesday morning and starting your morning with us every single day. Don't forget, it is Thanksgiving week, so we will be live tomorrow morning, and that'll be it for this week until this Saturday, 2:30, LSU, Oklahoma, live from Golf Suites. We will be watching the LSU football game. Make sure If you are in town, make your way over. If not, just tune in on our YouTube channel.
And we
stay
can't
up to date on social media.
Thank you enough for your giving.
Of course.
For the Free My Boy jersey. That was an all-time scene.
It was. It was a great moment yesterday. And in the theory, in the feeling of Thanksgiving week, we are extremely thankful for you guys. I mean, to think back to, what was it?
New channel?
March, when we started having the conversations about if we were going to do this thing. And maybe February. And then ultimately in the month of May, we decided, yep, let's do it.
What else are we going to do?
And bet on ourselves in June, and we've been riding this roller coaster since June. We wouldn't have been able to make that decision without all of you. We wouldn't have been able to take the steps we've made of bringing sponsors on, moving studios. Shout out. Extremely thankful for Southern Regional Medical Center. Charles, Jason, BJ, Kevin, everybody here has been excellent.
And be on the lookout for their podcast.
Yes, be on the lookout. But we wouldn't be able to do any of this without you guys, and have all the awesome memories we've had in Omaha, Clemson, but even just right here in the studio without all of you. We appreciate each and every one of you that has supported us through the move and as we've continued to ride on. And it's only up from here for Tingle and Co. Wouldn't be able to do it without you, so let's connect athletically instead of connecting emotionally. Happy Thanksgiving.
Let's do our deal.
W.
W's in the chat.
He
W's in the
call
chat right
in.
now. W's in the chat. Drop them in the chat.
George W.
W's in the chat.
Now watch this
W in
drive.
the chat. W in the chat. Everybody drop a W in the chat.
Everyone spam
Bang.
W's.
Now watch this drive.
Now watch this drive. All right, what we got here? We've got
LA Coliseum, Rose Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
W chat.
And we've got one more. The Intuit Dome, where the Clippers play.
How much fun.
Free safety.
Is that free? Who pays for that?
I don't know. Free safety, nose tackle, cornerback, defensive end.
Ryder Cup, Wanamaker, Claret Jug, Green Jacket.
Pool table, bowling lane, baseball glove, backfield.
Back that field.
Bang. Things with pockets.
Kangaroo.
Okay, let's go. W's in the chat.
Kangaroo. Is that a pocket?
W.
A hamper.
Let's get back to football.
Let's get back to trivia.
W's in the chat. Appreciate the W's.
W's in the chat.
Infinity W's from the Thrill 12. Shout out.
Oh,
nice.
I hate that it's not your names anymore.
I know. I don't
hate
know what
it
happened.
so much.
That's not us. That's YouTube.
It is. It's YouTube. It's so annoying.
And don't get mad at us, YouTube, because they will get your ass.
Yeah, we love you, YouTube. We appreciate you.
Also, breaking news. I've been on the phone with Roe. Secured the recipe from one mother.
Sick. Tomorrow night?
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. Cooking show.
Cooking show.
Roe.
Cooking with Roe.
Lily.
And Lily and Roe.
Davey and Courtney. Lily Davey.
Lily Davey. Lloyd Davey. I wouldn't be mad. Roe and Courtney.
Where does everyone need to watch it? Check it out?
On our channel.
Our channel.
I believe so.
Okay.
I haven't, that's not my job. But you know how this thing goes.
I know.
And once they show up, we'll get it figured out.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
And we can dual stream.
Keep you posted. I'm excited to eat.
Yeah, you're going?
Of course.
It's going to be electric.
It's going to be delicious.
We're doing so. The idea is.
Okay, let's hear it.
Chicken wings tomorrow.
Yup.
If it goes the way I think it will, which is going to be electric.
Right.
Then we do chicken, what we've had.
Uh-huh.
And then oxtails as the finale, because smangerang. You go, I've never even seen you really eat before. And I was knuckle sucking.
That's the biggest sales pitch for Rose Cooking. Is the fact that Lloyd Courtney was eating. Right? Lloyd does not eat.
Not in public.
We go places and he just doesn't eat. Like me and him literally sat down at Modesto one time, and all three of my tacos are gone, and he had taken one bite.
I'm a big to-go guy.
Yeah, but that margarita or whatever was...
It was empty.
It was drained.
Yeah. See, I'm a conversationalist.
He is.
You got to keep the thing moving. Otherwise, if we're all just sitting there eating, what's the there's a panache to the
You're also
entertainment.
what's the word
Alcoholic.
for those who don't eat anything?
Drink.
That's both true, but what's the one where you don't eat anything? What's that called? Anemic or something?
No,
Anorexic.
and bulimic is what.
Lloyd's bulimic.
Yeah, I'll yak it up
That's where you eat, then you throw it. You force yourself to throw it up.
in the shower.
Alcoholic.
Whatever. If I don't feel good, I gotta let it go.
It changes.
Get it out.
Like this.
No idea.
Oh. It's Josh Hutcherson's the guy.
Who is that?
Pita from Hunger Games.
How do you know this?
I have
dude?
no.
Still.
I don't know her face though. I need a closer look at it.
Sweeney.
I need to look closer to her.
Why don't you get up close there?
to
Get
get
in
up
there
close.
nice and deep line.
Disgusting.
That's from Dodgeball. Remember he fingers his belly button?
Yeah, I remember. I remember you said it.
Face card.
Never decline. I recognize this woman's face. I don't know her though. Who are you, woman?
Speak to me.
Talk to me. What's the chat say?
They're not saying anything.
Bulimic. I should know this.
Is that the woman from the White Lotus? The like old one that's like.
This is a young face.
It's not Zendaya. I don't know. But it looks familiar.
It does. I've seen her face before.
A little smug.
Dangerous game we're playing.
She's hot.
What's Captain Marvel's name?
Oh, is it the girl from White Lotus with the gap teeth?
That's what I said.
No. No, she'd have those teeth out.
She does smile a ton.
Those teeth would be out. You were saying somebody else. Y'all both saying too. What's Captain Marvel's name?
Miss Soup.
Brie Larson?
Miss really hot woman.
Lloyd just said the
Nelly
wrong name.
Furtada.
Who?
Lloyd just said the wrong name one time. What are you asking about?
I didn't. It was just misconstrued. Is it Nelly Furtada?
Nelly Furtada.
There we go. I'll do Nelly Furtada.
I don't know. Wait, just.
Oh!
No, I knew it wasn't.
Lily James?
Who's Lily James?
That's the one with the teeth.
No, that's not. Her name was Amy.
Poehler.
No, that's. All right, let's see. Let's go to NFL then.
Oh, I can't cheat. Amir Abdullah, Nebraska.
Lions.
Yeah, Lions. He's drafted by the Lions.
Nebraska.
It's
I
only
mean, Nebraska is right.
Mm-hmm.
Read this to me.
Clean Old Fashioned Hate is the name of a rivalry game played between an ACC and SEC school from this state.
Georgia.
Is this Kentucky and Louisville?
Florida State, Florida. Miami, Florida.
ACC. I could see it being Florida, right? Because you have Florida State, Florida, Miami, Florida.
I mean, you could do Louisville, Kentucky. You could do Florida, Florida State. You could do Georgia, Georgia Tech.
I'm surprised they get to keep this.
South Carolina, Clemson.
They don't hate. Oh, okay.
What?
Messina.
What did he say?
Georgia Tech, Georgia. That's what you said first, huh, Chrissy?
Chrissy in
I
that
thought it was
seat
gonna be the
feels the
Louisville
power.
one.
What does this say?
Oh,
One with
okay,
the
Jonathan.
I can't read it from here.
I can't read it. Along with currently being the Mavericks' interim general manager, this small forward was an all-star in Dallas in 2000 and 2001.
Oh, shit.
Was it Michael Finley?
Yeah.
Nico Harrison just got fired. I feel like I've seen Finley around in a suit. Yeah. W.
In 1927, this American aviator became the first person to complete a solo transatlantic flight as he went from New York to Paris.
Helen Keller.
No, it was
That was a joke.
Tom Granning.
It wasn't Tom Granning.
Tom
Tom
Granning.
Granning, Texas.
Is this Led Zeppelin?
It was played by Leonardo DiCaprio in The Aviator.
Yeah. I don't know.
Charles Lindbergh.
Not Amelia Earhart.
Almost Mike Lindenbaum.
Mike Lindenbaum.
Waterboy Sports, Charles Lindbergh.
Mm-hmm.
Owned by Frito-Lay with a logo similar to Lay's, this breaded potato crisp is a major brand in the UK and Ireland.
With a what's a logo similar to Lay's? Let me think about this. A logo similar to Lay's.
What's Lay's logo?
The circle
It's
with
the circle with the ribbon.
And the crisp. I just went
They
to...
said Brian Burgess said Walkers. You know Walkers?
Couldn't tell you. Never had a Walker chip. It's dead, Christian.
I brought you a charger.
Didn't work at all.
Really?
Didn't charge my laptop. It's too powerful. My laptop's too strong for that.
Noah should know this. Yep. Good job.
Who said that?
Gage.
Of course he did.
And you can't ban him now because he's a mod.
I can ban him if I want to. Brown sugar.
Yeah, well, your laptop's dead.
I got a phone.
Because I would be banning him more often than not.
Do you remember the Wacko Wax?
Bang. Timed out. The what? Yeah, I remember it. You sicko. Television. Read it to me.
A new version of the show Fear Factor is set to debut in 2026 with this comedian... Oh, Johnny Knoxville. Tom Hanks played a con man who poses as a Southern professor in this 2004 Coen Brothers comedy crime thriller that featured J.K. Simmons, Pia Hall, and Marlon Wayans.
A southern...
I say, I'm a Southern professor.
I see. Your Honor, I do not understand.
I do
why
declare I'll be sweating in this room.
While my client is being put on this pedestal compared to a normal human.
I'd like a recess.
The Lady Killers.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
No, no space.
Oh, wow. All together now.
No, it's the and then Lady Killers.
The Space Lady Killers.
There it is.
Music. Merzik. NBA Youngboy.
Young boy.
Oof.
What'd you just look up? The Lady
He
Killers?
does look quite Southern.
It looks very southern in this film here.
I don't know if this is a good movie. Is it good, chat?
Chat, W's in the
She's
chat.
like, so whatever, you could do so much better.
Call me maybe.
No, this is Avril Lavigne, not Carly Rae Jepsen.
Skater girl. She was a skater girl. Said, "See you later, boy."
Dude,
Is this P. Diddy?
we're gonna have to execute you on camera.
Why? Am I supposed to know this song?
It literally says who the artist is. It's an Avril Lavigne song.
Oh, yeah.
Skater girl.
Never heard that song before?
I ain't no bad person, no. I ain't no killer, I ain't no gangster.
I ain't no
ain't no killer, ain't no gangster.
I'm me like everybody.
I know my
make
bangers
mistakes.
and
Like,
Nash.
name one person who ain't make mistakes. You feel me? Like I don't know what to say.
Life.
I don't know if I'm targeted.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's from what I speak about. Like I don't know.
I don't know.
Until I'm dead, I'm gonna be me. What I know, Kyle was walking and meditating in the rain, reminiscing about being in prison. I was locked in chains.
I was broke down on my dick. I had to give me a bag.
What's the answer?
I don't know.
I love Skater Girl though. Great song.
You said Skater Boy.
And Skater Boy.
Oh, I thought it was Skater Girl.
No, it's wrong. She was a skater boy. She said, "See you later, boy. You weren't good enough for her."
What I know, Code, I was walking and meditating in the rain, reminiscing.
Did you
about
see
being
that
in prison.
LeBron highlight I
was
sent
locked
you
in
with no
chains.
ceilings behind it?
No, I didn't watch it yet.
I cried. And I fell asleep.
Of course. I'm gonna watch it right now.
Oh.
Lloyd, Courtney.
Girlfriend. That's it.
Girlfriend.
He won't copyright you, Rob.
Who is this?
LeBron James. That's Lil Wayne.
That's Lil Wayne, No Ceilings. If you don't know that, you'll never get...
Swag Surf by Lil Wayne. No ceilings.
No ceilings.
Yeah.
Better than anything you've ever heard.
No ceilings is really good. It's not better than anything I've ever
It'll
heard.
close.
Christian, you need to close it out.
Oh,
You're
you
sitting
want
in
me
the
to
host
close it
chair.
out? Well, it's on him.
Well, yep, it's gonna flip.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. This looks really fucking goofy. Oh my gosh. We'll be back
You
tomorrow.
look so tiny.
7 to 9. Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve.
Will you be here?
Tingle and Co. Let's go. I will. It'll be my
Perfect.
last day this week.
There you go.
Well, it'll be all of our last days this week.
We'll be back on Saturday.
Oh, I guess so, because no
Yep.
show on Thanksgiving.
Or Friday.
Why not Friday?
It's Black Friday holiday.
Yeah.
Lloyd's got to travel.
Roy Halladay.
Oh, you're gonna
Rest in peace.
Alec.
Nope.
Galveston.
Galveston.
Oh.
Oh.
Galveston's where the Pelicans go after every season, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not
Why are you
Cancun.
going there? Are you going to the beach?
Yeah.
The
sure.
muddy.
The beach in Galveston, baby.
Yeah.
Compete with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9, it's Tingle